Hindraf deems 10th of February to be a black day, the day when it became very clear that the Prime Minister would not honor his promises that he made to the Malaysian Indian community. On the 10th of February 2014, I submitted my resignation from my position as a Deputy Minister and subsequently the next day from the post of a Senator. I have done this after 8 months of constantly and patiently trying to work out the details of the MOU or the the MOU or the agreement that the Barisan National Government signed with Hindraf on the 18th of April 2013. It is very clear after all that effort that the Prime Minister just does not have the requisite will and the desired courage to honor his promises signed in full view of the world. As I and the leadership of Hindraf have often stated, the day we know that we will not be able to operationalize the agreement, we will be out of the government. We have no more to do there. The only reason for our participation in the government was to materialize the agreement. At the time of signing of the agreement, we did not think that the Prime Minister of the country, so exalted a person as he, could renegade on his promises endorsed so publicly. So we boldly went ahead and supported the Barisan Nasional in spite of all criticisms thrown at us for supporting our prime enemy in the general election 13. Our experience after that shows that we were wrong. A person so exalted as he can indeed renege on his promises as he has just done. He has stooped so low to cheat his own poor people in full view of the world. The agreement document has it clearly stated that the agreement was drawn between Barisan Nasional, the political coalition, and Hindraf, a representative organization of the Indian community. In doing this, he has committed an act of betrayal in historical terms to his entire Indian community. This will not be forgotten for generations to come. This story will be told over and over. This will go into Malaysian history, that the Prime Minister and the head of Barisan Nasional ruling political party and the head of UMNO, the lead party in Barisan Nasional, betrayed the poor Indian Malaysians. The rest of the country must also see what the Prime Minister has effectively done. He is the chief executive of the country. He signs a major contract with a section of his people, and then he decides not to honor his promise on the contract. How much legal credibility he then has to continue as the head of the nation, a nation that effectively runs on contracts? How much moral credibility does he have to be a role model to our children, be they Malay, Chinese, Indian, Orang Asal, the Sabah Sarawak natives? Our country must do away with leaders like this. The Prime Minister must give way to more honorable leadership. The Prime Minister has further lied to all Malaysians when he said that I did not discuss with him on my resignation. I wish to state here that over the last 8 months, I had at least 16 meetings with him in his office in Putrajaya. In each of these meetings, I kept pushing for the naming of the new unit, which he promised I was going to head, as well as the necessary budget that was agreed. It is obvious to me that he is a weak leader who does not have the political will to make decisions and press on his civil servants to implement what was agreed. The Prime Minister, Datuk Seri Najib, has lost all moral authority to be the chief executive of this country. Therefore, Hindraf calls upon the Prime Minister to resign from his position after this act of open betrayal and lies. The Barisan National Component parties should be ashamed to be led by a leader who openly lies and deceives the public on a written contract he made in public to the Indian community. We move on and our struggle continues. The Prime Minister must understand he can cheat us, the Indian community, but he can never take away our honor and dignity. Thank you.